Now here, I'm going to play some of these little small clips together. You can also look at the original video if you want to get more of an idea or cohesion from it. But I'm going to put them together, and I'm also going to read I'm going to play them together, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to read, some of the comments that I have regarding the clips. Just because at this point, they're pretty much talking about the same thing, and I don't want to, just make it choppy. So bear with me, and we'll get through this. All right.
And in this conversation, the civilians are sort of, it's almost like they're sort of a side note to this. Isn't the main objective to also provide some relief for these civilians who are just as innocent as the Israelis who found themselves the victims of a terrorist attack?
How do you know they're innocent?
Talking about a population that's 50% children. At least a good chunk of this population is innocent.
Define children under 21?
Let's define it as under 18. Does it matter? I mean, a child is a child.
You can be a terrorist at age 18. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Can you be a terrorist at age 18?
Okay.
Age 17?
So then if I was able to present to you the number of 12-year-olds killed, I mean, would that make a difference? I feel like included in this conversation has not been the civilians in Gaza.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe it's a legitimate objective for the state of Israel to eliminate the Hamas terrorist threat?
You know what? It is to eliminate a terrorist organization? Yes. Absolutely. But
so with these series of about, 4, 5, 6, 7 clips, CBS anchor Anne-Marie Green stated that the Palestinian civilians are somewhat of a side note in this war and asked, isn't the main objective to also provide some relief for these civilians who are just as innocent as the Israelis who found themselves victims of a terrorist attack? Now, this seemed to me to change Bolton's whole persona. Bolton's response was, how do you know they're innocent? So are we to believe that just by being born Palestinian, the Palestinian people were born criminals, terrorists, ne'er-do-wells by nature? How does Bolton know that they are not innocent, and why does he automatically assume that they are not? Especially being from these United States of America, where a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. To which Ms. Green responded, we're talking about a population that's 50% children. Yeah, a good chunk of that population is going to be innocent. Bolton responds, define children. Under 21? Mrs. Green replies, let's define it as under 18. I mean, a child is a child. I loved when she said that. Bolton comes back, the aggression's a little bit higher, with, you could be a terrorist at age 18. Do you agree with that? Can you be a terrorist at age 18? At age 17? Ms. Green responds, yes. So if I were able to present to you the number of 12-year-olds killed, I mean, would that make a difference? I believe that in this question, she was asking if it would make a difference personally to Bolton, and if she wasn't asking that, I am. It seems that in Bolton's mind, these innocent Palestinian people were less than human and did not deserve the presumption of innocence. Let's not forget that Bolton was an ambassador, a representative of these United States of America. But then Bolton begins talking over her with the question, let me ask you this, let me ask you this. Do you believe it is a legitimate objective for Israel to eliminate the Hamas terrorist threat? Now, when a person's voice rises and he begins talking over someone, it seems to be an indication that he has become agitated and is losing his composure. And he's changing the subject, because he's moving to commandeer the conversation. He wants to get out of this corner that he's been backed into, having to discuss innocence and dead children. Mrs. Green then answers, you know what? To eliminate a terrorist organization, Bolton interjects, the answer is yes, while Ms. Green is completing her answer with, Absolutely.